Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we hear the latest developments involving the case against Eric C. Kahn and the work to get his victims some relief. And a Perry County man asks for extra help in a mission to clean veteran cemeteries in his community.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 6:30 on Thursday, May 25th. Let's go over and check in with Cameron, you've had a busy morning.
Yeah, not too bad over here in the weather office this morning. We're pretty quiet out there, and that will continue for the rest of your Thursday. A really nice day is on tap across the mountains, but we are watching out for some changes by this weekend. But this morning, be sure to enjoy it. Here's a live look over in downtown Somerset. That current temperature 59 degrees over in Pulaski County, and a clean sweep up on radar. We are tracking a cold front at this hour, but there's no moisture, so that means there's no rainfall to worry about. But we are tracking some cooler air as we close out the work week. Those temperatures right now in the upper 40s and upper 50s, 57 for Jackson, 55 in Pikeville, 45 right now for Clintwood, and 49 over in Clay County in Manchester. We do say dry today. Most of us dry tomorrow. Only a very small chance of a stray shower, but notice those rain chances are going to increase for Memorial Day weekend. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Chas?
Thanks, Cameron. The Apple TV project, The Big Con, placed Eric C. Kahn and his former clients back in the spotlight last year. But attorneys say the story is not over. The spotlight has turned to a silver lining for hundreds of former clients who are now facing the possibility of reinstated benefits. WYMT's Betty Forbes talked with attorney Ned Pillersdorf about the latest developments.
Mr. Kahn, any comment today?
Around 6 years ago, hundreds of clients of now imprisoned attorney Eric C. Kahn lost everything.
Traumatic event for them, both emotionally and economically.
But the work has continued behind the con, as attorneys like Ned Pillersdorf challenged the Social Security Administration to reinstate the benefits for hundreds of clients after the original hearings were deemed unconstitutional.
But this is the most significant class action, any type of settlement of my career. 500 to 600 people who we've been worried about can get their benefits reinstated by simply asking for a new hearing, which they ought to do.
Pillersdorf says the former clients should soon receive a letter from the SSA detailing how to ask for a new hearing, and he has no way of contacting those individuals himself.
We don't know who most of these 500 to 600 people are.
He says asking for the hearing immediately reinstates their monthly benefits, and once the hearing is over, if they win their case, they will also receive back pay for the years of unpaid benefits.
It is a no-brainer. Send in that notice. Get your monthly benefits reinstated now. And if you're truly disabled and win your new hearing, I can think of more than 100,000 reasons why you ought to go through that new hearing.
But he fears the letters coming from the administration may be going unopened.
They have become so suspicious of anything from the Social Security Administration, the way they've been treated.
So he is encouraging those who truly qualified for the benefits to come forward and regain a much-needed resource.
So frustrating. We worked so hard to get this wonderful class action settlement that of the 600 people, as we sit here today, I'm convinced more than 300 have no idea any of this is going on.
Saying they are no longer the forgotten 500. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Pillersdorf says anyone who truly deserved their benefits should consider this a win, encouraging them to act soon because the letters also come with a deadline. Well, a lawsuit has been filed on behalf of the Rowan County High School athlete who says she was a victim of sexual abuse by a coach and teacher. The lawsuit says Andrew Zahari was a teacher at Rowan County High School and an assistant basketball coach. He was put on administrative leave, and the investigation is now being handled by state police. The lawsuit names Principal Jordan Mann and Superintendent John Maxey as defendants, saying they disregarded reports about Zahari. A Bell County man was arrested for impersonating a police officer yesterday. The Bell County Sheriff's Department says it was alerted about a man impersonating an officer at a Tractor Supply. Police then found a stopped vehicle that matched the description, which was being driven by 62-year-old Randall Carnes of Pineville. When asked if he had shown a badge to anyone, Carnes said he followed another car into a parking lot to let them know they had a bald tire and a broken taillight. He said he flashed his father's badge because he didn't want to get shot. However, records show his father was never a sworn-in officer. Carnes also had a revolver in his car, which led to police determining he intended to pose as an officer. He was taken to the Bell County Detention Center. Addiction Recovery Care is celebrating dozens of its clients who earned work-ready certificates. Nearly 80 Millard College students graduated in a ceremony in Inez Wednesday afternoon. The Millard College, located in Louisa, is a partnership with Addiction Recovery Care meant to benefit those in recovery and help them find second chance employment through post-secondary education. At one point in time, all of the graduates spent time in addiction and are now living a life in recovery. For many, this diploma represents a lot, considering where they have come from. The spring graduates received work-ready certificates in peer support, welding, carpentry, general studies, and addiction recovery studies. A Perry County man is asking for help cleaning cemeteries for veterans around the community. WYMT's RJ Johnson tells us about the problems one man has seen and what he's doing to fix them.
Cleaning off graves of veterans is something that a retired Army veteran felt the need to do. Bobby Brown says he was working on a project for fallen soldiers when he noticed several cemeteries were in bad condition.
You can't even read the veteran's marker. It's covered in grass or dirt, or in a couple cases here I've already found some that's broke down and laying on their sides.
Brown says for the past couple of months he has been cleaning off graves because no one else will.
It's atrocious. I really don't have a word for it. There's soldiers here that were heroes. We don't care about them, evidently.
Koki Randolph has more than a dozen family members buried at the Riverside Cemetery, and he says that it's important to pay your respects.
You got to have respect for your elders and all the veterans through the years, because we wouldn't be here in a free country if it wasn't for them.
Both Randolph and Brown say that more people need to get involved before it's too late.
And all of our families in this area, and we try to get up. As you see, it was pretty clean, but we like to keep it better. And I'd like to see more people keep it better.
It's going to be lost. Of course, from what I'm seeing, what's it going to be like when my generation's gone? And that's not going to be very long.
Brown says it is simple. Come out and clean up.
And it's just getting up and going out and show respect for these veterans.
Cleaning up one cemetery at a time, Brown and Randolph are working towards a cleaner county. In Hazard, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Brown says he would like if more people could join the cleanup process, especially throughout the Memorial Day weekend. To call him, his phone number is 859-585-8648. Well, Kentucky lakes and waterways are expected to be very busy starting Friday. Memorial Day weekend is seen as the typical start to the summer boating season. Before heading out to the water, though, one thing to check your boat for is a kill switch. Every boat is required to have one. It's a device that allows the boat to stop if the boater is disabled. It kills the engine and allows the boat to come to a complete stop. Park rangers say not having one could result in a tragedy in or on the water.
There's been several instances people have been thrown out of the boat and the boat's running around with no way of stopping it because the kill switch wasn't worn by the driver.
Park rangers also say make sure everyone riding in the boat has their own age and weight appropriate life jacket available. They also say pay attention to warning buoys that signal everything from idle zones to no water ski zones.
Well, check out this awesome sunrise over at I-64 in Rowan County right now over in Moorhead. As you can see, beautiful conditions right now as the sun continues to rise. Current temperature 55 degrees over in Rowan County at this hour. Most of us waking up nice and comfortable in the upper 40s and upper 50s as well. 46 over in Grundy, 55 in Pikeville, 57 for everyone in Jackson, and 59 over in Pulaski County in Somerset at this hour. We are dry this morning, and that will continue as we go into your Thursday Thursday. We are watching out though for some changes by this weekend as more showers are set to be possible. And then we are watching out for a big warm up by this time next week. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Chas?
Thanks, Cameron. And thank you for joining us. The time is 6:40. Still to come on Mountain News this morning, a new study finds yet another possible reason for you to get that daily dose of exercise. We'll tell you what it is when we come back.